Basically, my whole life I'd had kind of the strong sense of justice where if someone was being mistreated or someone was knocked down on the playground, I want to go help them back up and then, you know, see what I could do about the person who knocked them down. And that was just something that had been kind of built into me. Not really trained into me, but I felt like I was born with that extra strong sense of justice. So, you know, learning about slavery in school was really hard for me because I just got really, really angry about it, about the fact that, you know, one group of people would think it was okay to own another group of people based on the color of their skin. And that just blew my mind. And when I found out that, that there are more than 27 million people in slavery around the world today, I just kind of realized, wow, you know, there's still something for me to do. I still can actually make an impact in the world. A quote from one of my favorite movies, Amazing Grace, William Pitt in this one clip says, "We are too young to realize that certain things are impossible, so we will do them anyway." And I think that was definitely my mentality at the time, where I just decided, you know what, this is an impossibly huge problem, and I'm not, you know, so delusional that I think that I can end modern day slavery, but I know I can do something. So basically I talked to my friends, talked to the leaders at my school, the adults, and said, you know, this is what I want to do. I want to raise money, loose change to end modern day slavery. And I started a campaign called Loose Change to Loosen Chains. It's an open source fund and awareness raising campaign for students. And basically, with the campaign, the students would take over the school or the church or whatever their community group is and speak to the group about modern day slavery and about the fact that these are kids our age and people your age who are in slavery, physically enslaved, being beaten, some little girls being forced to be prostitutes, just terrible, horrendous situations. But, you know, saying there's hope, there's something that we can do. And raising loose change, basically, because everyone has loose change. Nobody really wants it, and this is a good use for it. So, yeah, that's basically the premise. It's completely student-led, meant to empower my generation and kids, you know, younger than me, like when I started the campaign, to realize that they can do something and to have a physical, literal impact on the suffering in the world. I remember the first Loose Change, Loosen Chains campaign we did, we broke the change counting machine at our bank probably 3 or 4 times. So each time we came in the door, they were kind of like, oh no, it's that kid again. There's buckets of change, which I'm okay with. But basically, get that change made into a cashier's check and send that check to one of 5 nonprofit organizations that we support that are physically freeing people from slavery around the world. And that money goes to pay for investigators, and they go in and document the case and then take that evidence to the local police, raid the place where the people are being held, and get them out and arrest the bad guys, take them to court. The money that is raised would also pay for the lawyers who would prosecute the perpetrator, get them put behind bars, and the money also pays for aftercare for the people who are freed from slavery so that they can rehabilitate themselves and hopefully begin living normal lives like every human has a right to. And really, my ministry has grown to be more than Loose Change, Loosen Chains, and more than me, really. It's more now about helping people find their passion. You know, it doesn't matter if it's modern day slavery or if it's you know, helping raise money to dig wells in Africa or helping people in your own community. There's hurting everywhere, and we can basically be the solution, be the healing for the hurting in the world.